Alright, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants at the moment. This button. And this button. And EA Sports, we are in the game. Oh, also music sharp. No, just stop playing. Wait a minute. Where is it? There it is. Shh. Shh. How do I bring everything up? Oh my goodness, I'm an amateur. No, that one. There we go. All right. Hello. What we got here then, yeah? It is a Wednesday night stream. It's going to be a bit of a chill stream. I figured, like the games, welcome. I figured, yeah, might just have a bit of a casual stream. I mean, I'm doing this anyway. And if anything, it forces me to do it a little bit more, I guess. Bear with me while I just make a quick drink-a-rooney. And so, for those of you who have been following along, I've been working on this ship now for a little bit too long. Spooky, welcome, Vertexberg, welcome, Hamza, welcome to the stream. As we can see, we have 97,064. Let's see if we can get that up to 97,100 tonight. Will it happen? I don't know. But let's kind of play on. So yeah, very much. It's going to be a casual stream. This is what I've been working on. I got to redo all the textures and all that. But I have tried something. I have tried to create another texture. I do like this texture. It's growing on me. I like how I've UV unwrapped it, but it's more, can we do it better? Yes, yes, I have said hi. Now, I was in Substance Painter just before. Let's test this out. I'm going to go into shading, okay? And I'm not going to get rid of all that stuff. So this is the dark version. I'm going to press Control-Shift-T because I've got Node Wrangler enabled. And we're going to go dark. Oh, I bet you... Do I have ambient occlusion? No. Excellent. Okay. Normal's a little bit too... let's get rid of displacement. I don't like the cut of its jib. Go away. And the normal is always a little bit too strong. I'm going to go 0.1 because at the end of the day, 0.2. Okay. Let's jump over into the light one and we'll test that one as well. Control-Shift-T. And we'll go into the light. And get rid of the displacement. And we will go 0.1 as well. That kind of looks like rubbish. Who just joined? Shivam, welcome to the stream. That's going to be slightly annoying. I've got to move this down and then move that across so I can see. Beautiful. There we go. Looks kind of rubbish. That's fine. We are just playing around and testing at the moment. So let's go U. Project from view. That's how we're rolling at the moment. So if we kind of zoom in now. Nah, that does not work in the slightest. Ah, dang it. Oh. Nah. All right, I'm going to have to come up with a different solution. Because if we have a look over here, that's not the texture we're after. This is what I created just before. That's not what I wanted. All right, let's just go open recent back into the capital ship. Just trying stuff. Zoom out real quick. Yeah, here you go. Just so you can see that on there. Hey, I'll be here on and off. That's fine. I am privileged that you're here and your stuff is looking amazing. So this is the ship that we're working on. And I'm just going to be chopping up the sci-fi panels. Ask questions. Feel free, people. Yes, Sunday came around very quick. So, yeah. So all I've done now is let me explain what I've got. What we have is I duplicated my top surface, pushed it up a little bit, and then I've got now a modifier on here, over here on the left. That is a mirror modifier, shrink wrap, and it projects onto surface. And then I've got a solidify modifier on it as well. And that kind of allows me to move stuff around, blah, blah, blah. So we'll UV unwrap it, and it should be good. Do you always stream in mobile resolution? No, I've got two streams running at the moment. I've got my vertical one, which is this one, which is the one you're looking at, Zeskos. But then I've also got a horizontal one somewhere as well. Actually, let me... can I? If I do this. If you want to go watch the horizontal one, there you go. Annoying man, I always spill myself. All right. So a bit of an update as well on the web series. I had Mr. Netwinder today come over. We did a Discord call and we recorded the audio for the web series, which is absolutely great. There are a few more voices I still need to kind of get. Probably I'll end up reaching out to Curtis Holt because he's got that soft, calm British voice. But I'm sure if I can coax it out of him that he will be some sort of like not malicious person, dangerous person. I don't know. Much better desktop guy. PC specs 5090. My rendering's always so slow, depending on what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. All right, so we come like so, and this is all we're going to be doing tonight for a bit. Might jump over because I got to do this top section, still the front section. We will do some UV unwrapping as well. That's really important because of the way that we've got all this set up. But for now, it's just going to be nice, easy chillax. It'll be interesting to see how all this turns out. Well, not really. I roughly know what it's going to turn out like. But yeah. What else have we got? 11. Yeah, I think tonight's going to be a lot slower. It's not going to be as many people on stream tonight, which is okay. However, if we can get that number up to 97,100, I will be pretty chuffed with that. Might do architecture modeling. I don't know. What kind of textures are you using? Whoops. That's another thing. So if you're using normal maps actually take up a whole bunch of resources. Well, actually, almost... yeah. Normal maps take up a whole bunch of resources. I know CG Cookie did a really cool video about it a while back. Let's go something like that. So I'm kind of like just chopping it around the bush. Let's go there, and we'll go there. Control B to do a bevel. I hate you. Oh, on a side note, went to bed slightly late last night because I was watching a little bit of a doco on Scrubs. Who's pumped for Scrubs coming back? Quick question. Hi. Mimo, yeah, this is all Blender. None of this Maya rubbish. Like somebody was saying in the stream the other day. Let's go GG. Select door. Whoa. And what have I done here? No, that's fine. Let's just make sure that is sitting correctly. N. Up the top. Yes, what is your question? Control C. Control V, just move it. Merge by distance, then U, Control V. Perfect. This is Blender. Too heavy project. Okay. Well, say we were modeling... character modeling. I'm out. 1, 2, 3, not it. That is one of the reasons why I am 2-footed slide tackle into, what? Oh, no. Huh. Okay. That's why I've done a 2-footed slide tackle into this. And there. Brother, can you make videos about a business side of things? I think it can be important in this climate because many say that it's bad. It is as bad that you might as well risk it all and start an indie game. How many Blender YouTubers are there now? There's a ton of them. And there's a lot of good ones. A lot of them are better than me. But we won't talk about that. I'm a realist. I mean, oh yeah, that is a bit of a toughie. It all depends what's your outcome. Like doing YouTube for Blender tutorials, the market is getting narrower and narrower, especially because of, AI video. I mean, that stuff can be done pretty quick. If you're doing it for the fun of it, that's the correct mentality to have. Because, yeah, I think it's very, very limited. What is it like with clothing and hairstyle in 65? There's some already included. No, yeah, so there is kind of like a base pack, but all my assets came across from Character Creator 4. So I was pretty chuffed with that, and I have been picking some up here and there when there's been a sale. So what the actual library looks like, I don't know. I do, though, want to be able to get into creating clothing. That's just one thing I suck at. But that's a future Marco goal, and I probably will do it for this web series, is start creating some sort of clothing. Who's your favorite Blender guy on YouTube? Oh, I would probably say at the moment, Max Hay. Max Hay is pretty good. Spooky as well. He's making some pretty cool stuff. Max Hay, hang on. Yeah, this guy. What a jerk. Hate this guy. And I've got other arch enemies. Who's your favorite? Yeah, there we go. So that's Max Hay. He does some really cool, nice videos. You don't use blueprints? What? Well, I was here 5 years ago when you were talking about kitbashing and working on small scales. Yes. So glad to see you. Yeah. I tried to experiment with things. I mean, I'm now at that point where I'm like, no. It's time to really, I guess, put my money where my mouth is and create something grander. And so I am going to put in a lot of effort into this web series. And I kind of want to go out with a bang, if you know what I mean. So I can create clothes for myself and install them from there. Or does CC? No, you can do it all within Blender. So in CC, character create, so you can export accessories, export to CC3, CC4. So you've got kind of like this whole workflow of exporting clothes and bringing them into Character Creator. So, but yes, thank you. Any chance you can get an in-depth tutorial on using rigging on a character? If you saw it in the Discord, but I got some characters, but I have no clue how to use them. Are you talking about? Are you talking about like rigify those controls, or are we talking about actually rigging the character? I got to go back. I got to have a look. One more. From your experience, which role is more desirable between character modeling and environment creation? Interesting. I am not in industry. So I don't know. However, for me personally, is environment better or is character creation better? For me personally, and take this as a grain of salt, creating outfits for characters, I think is going to be really important, because you've got like MetaHuman, which absolutely creates a wonderful base mesh. You've got Character Creator, once again, creates another wonderful base mesh. But I think it's more difficult to apply clothing to characters, I think, than to go to an asset store and buy an environment. And this is something that, you know, you look at the Fab store, the Epic store. There's a ton of stuff there. Using Regal, I've rigged the character from K-pop Demon Hunters, pulled from Fortnite. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll talk about that. Maybe we'll jump on Discord a little bit later. How are you going to handle UVs while keeping the 10 texture density with SIG, with those massive vehicles we make? So, the way those work is those meshes are just constantly, they're just over the top of each other. They are pretty much just using the same texture set. A tiling texture, and then they've got decals over the top. Really, technically, I could probably put decals all over this, but I really wanted thick panels to come out. So that's why I've gone with this route. However, I mean, if you look at the stuff that Spooky's making, those things are highly detailed. Would they work in a game engine? There might be some performance issues. But in saying that, if you're using something like Nanite, you might be able to get away with it. But then once again, you know, from my understanding, from my memory, Spooky's not modeling for a game engine. It's more creation. So where this here, it's going into Unreal Engine, but I'm not modeling it for a game engine. What? What? On a Tuesday? It's Wednesday. No, today's Wednesday. You can get good character rigging from Adobe Mixamo for free? Yeah. I don't make things for games, though. Not yet. Yeah. New to Blender, I use SolidWorks. Nice. I'm a fitter and turner by trade. So, I got a 3D printer. I know how good is 3D printers on my own stuff. I made some TPU coasters. Yep. Awesome. Perfect. You're emitting so much wisdom with every word you say. Masala? Maziala, brother. Sweet. Do you have any tips for finding those kinds of textures you used in your video about that? Oh gosh, what did I say? Hey, yeah. Okay. Multiple things. So one thing that you can do, like this texture here, is created from Midjourney. And let me bring up my Midjourney. Just kind of, might as well be transparent. Where's my stuff? Create. Here we go. Just in case you needed to know, Darth Vader trying to open up a pickle jar. Oh, no, it's not here. No. It is in Copilot, because I have Copilot. Mistral, yeah. Hang on, let me just see if I can find it. Creating a mashup. Understanding prone assurance. I don't know where that image is now. Nope. Wow, I don't have that texture anymore. Anyway, I use Copilot to generate this image, but then if I jump into Steam, Substance Painter, I did try and create another one from scratch. So it is, I have to lose a day. I've lost a day. Oh. So if I go to recent files, so this is kind of like what I was trying to create. Fitter and Turner. So kind of like mechanical engineer, but trades. So I worked on milling machines and lathes and all that. So I did try and make, like I had an idea around creating a texture with a whole bunch of parts underneath, but those holes are too big, so it's not going to work. But I was kind of like thinking of doing this. Let me just quickly go into here. So it'll look like something like that, but yeah, it didn't turn out as well as I hoped, which is fine. It's okay. You suck so much for using generative AI. Okay, no worries, mate. Gemini, maybe? Yeah. Oh, gosh. Trying to make a 3D robot series? Yeah. And I think that's a great goal. So, but actually, yeah, going back on that, you suck for using generative AI. Technically, if I use, where do we draw the line? If I use, let's say 3D, to use a computer, if I go on this keyframe, I want you to start, and in 10 keyframe, I want you to move here. I'm then using the computer to move between those spaces. Is that cheating? Using motion capture, is that cheating? Using onion skinning, is that cheating? It's a really interesting question. Yeah, I use 2D images. And I mean, like, yeah, for this one here as well, I used an AI image to give me inspiration. And then kind of like built on that. So I used it for inspiration. This texture, I don't like. It's a bit of a placeholder now, but it's something I'm going to come back to and try and do it. I don't have, my skill set's not good in making textures. I speak the good England. And so, trying to find alternatives. I don't want to take somebody else's texture and start, sharing that around. Such as Technoweave. That dude's got amazing textures. I hate him so much. But yeah, that's fine. That's your choice, buddy. So I'm asking, where can I learn to make robots? As it's going to need a lot of robots. You want a kitbashing set, is what you want to do. You want to make a whole bunch of parts of robots and then be able to put them together. Should Disney use computers for animation? Yeah, what a stupid question is that. We have to evolve, yeah. And, oh my goodness. Blue sky. No, busy sky. You said it very well. Let's say you're going for a job, for a freelance job. And there's two of you going. You come in. I'm a traditionalist. I did it all manually. However, you're going to pay $5,000. AI artist comes in and goes, yeah, all right, give me 10 minutes. There we go, $50. Who are you going to pick? And it'll, pretty much almost be the exact same thing. So it all depends on the tools you want to use and how dirty you feel about it. Because I can tell you now, the next people, they're already using it. And this was something that I had to get my head around for a bit and, yeah, like harden up. Perfect example. Yeah, actually, really good example. So, working as mechanical engineer, so working on milling machines and lathes. Let me just show you what a milling machine is. So, these here are milling machines. Actually, this is the one I used to work on. Okay? I can make stuff on here. However, if the next person comes in and owns a computer pneumatic controller, and so it's a CNC that's run by a computer, program it, and it just runs parts, is that person cheating? No. Because at the end of the day, he can outprice me, he can do it faster, and he can do it more consistently. So that's where I'm kind of coming in and go, you just got to use the technology. Sorry, but it just goes on to make human work more valuable as it's slop no longer. And so that's where it's going to get interesting, Night Cow, is because, especially programming, I can't program to save the life of me. I can use Copilot, I can use Gemini to develop something. However, once the AI bubble bursts, I'm stuffed there. I understand pseudocode, that stuff I can do easy. But, sweet. But if I actually need to make something, yeah, I'm out. So somebody else is going to come in and do a better job than me. Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm fine. But that is the risk I'm willing to take. Because I don't need that skill set right now. Even the Blender add-ons, I've tried to get this paneling looking nice using like random flow or panel. It's just, I can't get that vision that I'm after. So that's why now I'm just kind of doing it manually. Just chilling, relaxing, trying to produce results. But the going off that, and I think we've spoken about this before, is that obviously now we're at a point where AI is training AI and just rubbish is feeding in rubbish. So rubbish in, rubbish out. And so I reckon there will be a point where it's going to start deteriorating. So, and I don't think we're too far off that. Oh, is that right? GG. Look, I've been playing Arc Raiders. Great game. I don't know why. I hate being killed by players. But in saying that, they actually openly said, yeah, we used AI for some of the concept pieces and all that kind of stuff. Installing generative AI's innovation in massive oversimplification. Like, costs a lot of power. And that's the thing, there's always a cost. So, obviously with AI, it's an environmental cost because we're producing power. And so we're not thinking about that for future thinking of like, we're getting results now. Let's not worry about the future. And so, yeah, we are digging a bit of a hole around it. So it's going to be interesting once regulations come in terms of that. But yes, I agree with that. Hey, by the way, Arc Raiders. So I was playing. That's, yeah. I was playing on live stream over on Gaming in the Can. I should probably bring that up, hey. Are you on Twitch? Oh, Felicia. Hello, sweetheart. Gaming in the Can. Will it come up? I hate you. How do you not come up? Gaming in the Can. So we... Sacre bleu. Come on, man. Gaming. There it is. So go check out that channel. Go subscribe to them. I do live stream on there a little bit. But yeah, I was playing on live stream and it was more trying to like look at the assets and work backwards on how they develop them. And that's the sucky thing about working in 3D is trying to understand how they did certain things. And as well, it's in Unreal Engine as well, which is even cooler. So, T-Boy, welcome. Well, are you okay with wasting a liter of water of time as you use Gemini for a question? I'm sorry for being a bum about this stuff, but it's generally disgusts me on how ignorant people are. I completely agree. I understand, and I understand the frustration, but it all comes down to, yeah, kind of like living now. Like, I mean, for my kids, yeah, what's going to be the answer? I don't know. I don't know. How did you make it? Hi, did you make any games? I have made serious games. So I haven't made... There is a web series. I got a series on here where I made like an exercise squatting game. In Unreal Engine. So there is a series that exists. I just haven't touched it for a while. But yeah, I've made serious games where I've trained kind of like customer service in VR, so for aggressive customers. That was pretty cool. However, that didn't take off, which is a little bit unfortunate. But one day something will come of it. But based off, depending on what happens on this web series, we might return to VR development. Because what I'm thinking, and we're going back to you, Francis, as well, is that I reckon that we're going to start moving into people wanting an experience rather than movies. And I think that's just the way we're kind of like more evolving in that aspect. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think the future of entertainment is going to be? I'm trying to use a generic face mesh for a character creator. Okay. Okay. All right. This is one of the things. Hang on. Are you using character creator base meshes? I don't want to be in a movie. What? I'm lost. You don't want the character to be for an animation? Or you need a character like Spooky's Peeps, where he's got for like reference and scale and all that stuff. Oh, Grizzly. That is a great comment. Oh, Tori, welcome to the stream. Sorry. What are we on? 97,072. See if we can get another 28 peeps. Gaussian splats? Yes. I agree with that one. I agree with that one. For some reason, the first thing that came to mind was Forrest Gump. Oh my goodness. I watched that as a kid. And now I know some of the meanings behind some of the things. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't talk about it on stream, but I'm like, how wrong is Forrest Gump? CC5 mesh, but more for Bell if you get me. Yes, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Hang on, what's going on here? What's going on here? Jay. More for Bell. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about that afterwards. I don't know. Gaussian splats, I think. Gaussian? Depends where you're from, I guess. I've got someone who does house renovations, and that's something he heavily talks about. The thing about VR for movies, VR movies, that's another kettle of fish. Or interactive media is that it has to be cost efficient and fully inclusive for all, hence why it never took off. It's easy to sit in a theater or in front of a TV. Completely, yes, I agree with that. Inclusivity. That is a pain. That is looking sick. No, I completely agree about VR needing to be inclusive. And what is the workaround for that? I don't know. Because I don't know what it's like in Canada and the US, but there are places here that do kind of like VR escape rooms. That is kind of like the mindset that I'm going off. Is that you can be a chef or do this or do that. where watching a movie, yeah, you could feel it, but experiencing it is a bit of a different thing. But then, like, no, I'm full of crud because we watch people playing games. When we can just play the game. So we're watching them. Oh, far out. Screw you, Spooky. Alright. I think I'm wrong then. That does put a slight dent into my kettle of fish. Because there goes that idea. Get stuffed. I have 20 body meshes at the moment. All polymodel. Oh my goodness, you're a machine. That's crazy. It doesn't even imply a viewer. Go back. Proper setup. It's going to be recorded in 4DGS, then edited with current format as director's vision. Then it's going to be shared as uncut editions. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Fallout New Vegas HR hub chair, full chair matrix. You can walk in and out of. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, what does like future travel look like? I mean, I kind of want to go to Harry Potter World and Star Wars World, whatever you want to call it, but it's in the US. Not too keen to travel there at the moment. I do want to go back to Europe. On his Discord, there's a reference image. We keep trying to get him to post reference images there as well. What? Do you have any concept art pics of the download? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Where's my mid-journey? Let me get it for you. Wait, no, it's in this folder. There it is. I will put it in my Discord. There is a link somewhere. Reference images. There we go. So, we have to remember that this started off as a reference, and you can see how far we've digressed. Yes, there are some similarities, but you're warned, okay? There are some similarities, but yeah, we've kind of gone completely off the rails. We have map here too. Oh. Please come back to Noland. Queensland? What's Noland? New Zealand? Netherlands? No, Netherlands. What's Netherlands? I'm trying to think of the three-letter word. It's all about reacting people to actually doing something. Yes, I'd love to see some reference images so I can get more of a sense of design that's been put into Discord. I want Futurama tubes to travel. That's scary. I'd like to see them. Check them out in Discord. Oh, interesting design. Yep. Please come back. I have never been to the Netherlands. So I would love to go there one day. I would love to go there for the Blender conference. I think that would be absolutely amazing to do something like that. Who knows? Maybe in a couple of years. Blender needs to do a little bit better for me. So offensive. Oh my goodness. Star Destroyer's design. Yeah, a little bit. Yep. So we need to work on all this. I do want to put some more crud coming through the top here. We can see I started doing it back here as well. That's just some panels that we pulled out. And what is this weird program? This is Blender. Yeah. That, it is looking schmick. So the idea is when I go ahead and UV unwrap it. So the plan's going to be, I'm going to go project from view. So we've got this. Let's go into just material mode for now. And we can see this is what we're looking at. Whoops. And so it's very uniform at the moment. So we're going to have a repeating texture. The idea will be is to go select random. Oops, it's going to faces. Control L. And then over here, it's going to move it over. Select random. Let's go to point 1. Control L. G, move that over. Select random. Control L. G, move it over. Select random. Control L. G. I could probably turn that into a script. So now we're going to have this like ununiformed layout. And so that's kind of like how we're going to go there. Workflow looks fluid. I use rhinoceros. Oh, yeah. Another good story would be how do you achieve a decent prompt for AI to create reference images? I find images that I like, and then we'll grab that style and then put in the prompt over the top to say, what I actually want is this. And I'll normally find maybe 5 or 6 images that I really like. And then that's how I actually do that kind of stuff. When I made my image for Gaming in the Can, let me just increase that. Creating a YouTube mashup. So this is my Gaming in the Can thumbnail for YouTube. So what I did is I got our 2 images, mixed them together. Hey, I need to make a YouTube thumbnail. Can you please make me an Arc Raiders thumbnail using the screenshot above, but then put on the faces of the cartoon characters onto the heads of the screenshot. And so we got these 3. Could it be better? Of course it could be better. See, this is CAD, this is Clark, because he's got no idea, and then this is me. So, yeah, it's kind of like a very basic thing of just mashing together photos or pictures that you like, and then try and spit something out new. Why are you not... Oh, there you go. Control B. This is actually quite nice. Relaxing. Whoops. Makes the time go faster, paneling. It's cute. Markham, can you do a trim sheet? Yes. So, earlier, as I was talking about, so if we go into my plating testing file, let's quickly show you. We'll let that load, and we'll come back to it in a sec. This is something that I was trying to do before. I was trying to make my own custom one. We know that my texturing skills, it's not the best. I mean, it's okay, but what? Suck a lemon. Right click, subdivide. Let's go J, scale Y0. GG. There we go. Control B. So what I was trying to do, it didn't work out, but lessons learned. So we have a whole bunch of panels that I've cut out. So if kind of go into material mode, we got a whole bunch of panels that I cut out. But then what I did is I tried to put some of my kitbashing pieces underneath. And so when we render it from this angle, we're going to have a whole bunch of working things underneath. The texture didn't turn out as much as I liked. I can't use your DC link. I don't know which one it is. Oh, Discord link. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me go like this. Turn that off. Right click. Invite to channel. Edit link. 7 days. Let's go never. Generate a new link. Copy. And Control V. Control V. Are you making variable changes in the height of the panels? They are very uniform at the moment. There's no point in really doing that just yet because that's a very easy thing to do. So for instance, we can do select random. Whoops. We can do select random. Control L, P, separate by selection. So now we've got our secondary thing. Just come over and solidify modifiers, 0.2. And now we've got varying thicknesses. So if we have a look now, they are varying thicknesses. But I actually am going to do it a little bit differently. What? I'm just going to undo all that. Undo. What will probably be the next thing is once we've done all the paneling and so on and so forth, we will come into something like this. Scale ZZ. Whoops. Okay. Rotate Y. GZZ. Oh, wait. No, don't do that. GZZ. And then from here, we'll grab kind of like this. So this. Copy material to selected. Then we can start moving this shape around. And now we kind of have another level of panels in sight and so on and so forth. And that's where we can kind of come in and... MMS 3D? What the? Your name is very close to mine. I'm intrigued. Go to channel. VFX contest. Yeah, nice. Sweet. Unreal Engine. Yeah, nice. Nice. MMS 3D. Sweet. So, why you are making these. So this is all for a web series. If you use Substance Painter on high to low poly, might pick up that detail. Yes, but it looks like crud. So if we do... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, yeah, I did show you. So, for instance, if we come in here, let's just go into UV unwrapping, scale that puppy up. Let me just quickly show you the material that we created. No, material, shading. New, Control-Shift-T, and then we go into sub textures, into there. Then we go, come down to that. And so this is what it looked like. So it turned out okay, but it looks like rubbish. So I need to come in and, yeah, fix that. The idea was there, just poor execution. So I think I actually might get rid of all those gaps or make them smaller. But yeah, that was kind of like the thought process behind it. Because then technically what we could do as well is if we've got panels, so for instance this panel here, let's go new material, new. Now we can go Control-Shift-T and we'll go into the light one. Assign. And so now we've kind of got that nice light texture on there. So then that way we've got that color differentiation. No depth. Yeah, no depth. Which is fair enough. So that's just something that I was playing with just before we jumped on stream. What's the counter? What are we at? 97,077? Hopefully we can get... Is this Borg? No. How doth thy dareth come in here and talk about the Star Trek? Ha! Perchance, no. Oh, it's late. Shh. It is looking good, though. It is looking good. But yeah, that's why. We're just kind of like plopping along, just building this out. Slowly but surely. Oh, isn't that right? But like I was saying at the start of the stream, for the web series, I have now recorded all the audio. Sorry. I have recorded bulk of the voice. So now I'm going to edit the audio together. Then I can do all the motion capture. From there, we can start bringing it into Unreal Engine once all that's all set up. And then we can start animating, putting it together, building the scenes. So with one thing I'm struggling though to understand is how I'm going to be doing spaceships in Unreal Engine. Sorry, let me say that again. How I'm going to be doing space battles in Unreal Engine. I've got a feeling that I'm going to be doing all the spaceship shots and all that kind of stuff in Blender, or the rendering in Blender for that stuff. But the actual animations of characters and being on surface or in the ship will be in Unreal Engine. So that's the thought process there, and we'll see if I can pull that off. Okay, let's just start chopping this up a smidgen. Yeah, once we start adding in all like little greebly pieces, like for instance, just for now, I did just save it again. If we were to go into the Kitbashing set, and then for instance, we started dumping in some stuff. Hello? Refresh. There we go. Once we start, adding all our little bits and bobs. So for instance, we might just, put some small little piece like this. This one might come over there. That, I don't know what that is. The ship will slowly start coming to life. You can come up here. And then now we're breaking up that flat paneling. So that's kind of like that idea. Is this a Centurion? No. This is Markham 3D. No, this is me just kind of like building it up. Oh, Metamorphic Mind, welcome to the stream. Sorry that I missed your subscribe there. But if you can, help me. I'm trying to get up to that 100 mark, 97,100 before the night's end. So if you're new, hi, wrong camera. Okay. Oh, I'm thirsty. These pretzels are making me thirsty. 10 points for anyone who remembers that show. An absolute classic. I did not fully appreciate it when I was younger. Nice. Let's go like so. Just do that. Putting in my trademark stuff. Love that paneling. Let's put one here. GG. Let's click on that. Nope. I keep hearing vicious rumor that you're famous these days. What's the truth? No. Seinfeld. The bet was still my favorite ever. Which one was the bet? What's the bet episode? Stridey. No. Far from it, Stridey. I don't know if you're taking the mickey or not. The bet. What they bet? Oh, is that where they go without a certain activity for a certain amount of time? Are you still the master of the domain? Yep. Yeah. That's okay. Cool. That's the one we're thinking about. Oh, Jeremy. Hey, is there a way to bring decals from into Godot? Huh. Into Godot. I haven't touched Godot for a few years. 3 years. Would you get the same quality coming through? Oh, I don't know. I would have to play. Because it would have to come in as an alpha, obviously. I think there's a specific format that you need to set the alpha as when you've brought it in. From memory, I do remember something about decals in Godot off the top of my head. Logs. Good. Yourself. Yes, there is a setting. You got to do something specific with alpha maps. Because I know I remember trying to create like a 2D game in Godot, and I remember that was the challenge. Was bringing in sprites and all that. Yeah, look up information on sprites. That might guide you on what you need to do. But I mean, obviously, if you're using Godot, you know what's going on. But that's just ringing a bell. Will you be able to get the same level of decal machine in Godot? I would be very surprised. I even struggle to get decal machine into Unreal Engine. There's a few like things that you have to do and so on and so forth out of Blender. It would have been better if, that just kind of like came across a little bit more naturally. But yeah, look at that. It's not bad. That is coming along nicely. Oh, it's so nice. Isn't that right, sunshines? Okay, we're on 79. See if we can get a few more subs in. If you can. Just sub along. Help me hit that goal. 100,000. Yeah, hopefully that helped you out. Might not have. I'm going to guess it didn't. Okay, we will look it up. All right, sweet. I will say yes then. All right, Control B, delete. Oops. Did I delete that face? I'm feeling peckish. I shouldn't be peckish. It's too late to eat. Oops, GG. So I'm just cutting it up big block areas. And then let's do there, Control B. And then once again, we'll come through again, do some UV unwrapping. AC. Enter. Control B. Is that now an Engon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang it. Drying it, Bobby. Enter. Control B. Sunvi. Hi. And yeah, there we go. So that's the dealio. Oh, you're so smart. Delightful, says the Batman. Yes. Something about the alpha. No need to look further. Appreciate the input. Okay. What is that? I think it looks like a modern aircraft. Nope. It's a spaceship. With the hangar bay doors in here. So that's where we will impart a whole bunch of ships in there. Can I delete that? I hope so. So now I'm just kind of like working on the paneling. Just kind of like, just plopping along. Stuff and stuff. HR puff and stuff. Where do you go when things get rough? Doot doot. Alright, so I'm getting tired. Losing the plot. It's only Wednesday. So much time of the week remaining. Walking out the door song. Do technically an aircraft carrier, just higher. Yeah, I'll approve that. So it's mirrored it right. Yeah, I've mirrored it. So everything I'm doing over here will translate over there. I just haven't mirrored kind of like these pieces to this side. So that's what it looks like without all the greebling. And then over here is where this is what it looks like with all the details, which looks schmick. With this paneling as well, still need to add a bit more to it. So for instance, I wouldn't mind it hanging down a little bit and coming around. I think that'll give it... Oh, Blender has that too. Yeah, Blender's got mirroring. Come on. Oh, jeez. So, what are we at? 83. Awesome. For those of you who subscribed, very much appreciated to it. What's the color of the interior? I don't have an interior other than here. That's all I've done so far. Just got a light in there. Bit of a blue light. That's it. And then up here is where the command post is. And obviously we haven't really touched that either. Oops, there's a big hole there. No. But also I probably won't do it because I don't have a need to do it. The shot that I'm thinking of using this one is going to be an external shot. So that's kind of like why I'm not even thinking that far ahead. Also, I don't know what texture to apply to all this kind of stuff. Hang on, did I just delete a whole bunch? No. Oh, I stuffed myself up. Okay. That is annoying. You should be off-putting. Okay, let's go. Hey, someone just joined. Sunvi. Oh, thanks. Thank you for the Thank you for subscribing. I speak the good English. I'm not tired at all. You're tired. GG. And I can see here. Seem to be missing. Let's do another slot in here. Just trying to line that up because I think I've... Oh, that's why, you clown. So I need to select these, and then we go GG, scale X0, because it is projecting. That's right. That's right. GZ. Oh, is that better? Yeah, that's fine. What is this? It's a spaceship for a web series. Delete vertices. Now, something's wrong here. Let's just chop this piece up. What is this? Breakfast? Multi-million-dollar project I'm not allowed to talk about. Haha. How long have I been using Blender? Far out. Well, this channel, I know. First time I touched Blender was 2002, 2003. And the reason why I stopped using Blender back then is because I didn't know how to shade smooth. True story. And because of that, I went, stuff this. So I had like, you have to remember going back to 2003, 2002, 2003. So I had like subdivision 6 and my computer wasn't coping. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to use Blender. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Okay. One thing I don't like about this. Oh, actually, do this. I'm going to select this corner. I'm going to select this corner. I'm going to press J. And that'll fix that up. Awesome. There we go. Ah, crud. So now we click here to here. We press J. Nice, suck. Okay. Knife to knife. Enter. Tab. It's going to be a whole bunch of n-gons, but we now have that triangle looking great. Except for this one. We need... What the... Ah, that's why. Okay. That's fine. GG. There we go. So I just got to move this all across now. Just so that it folds along the line. So I'm just trying to clean up my mess. Because the square, or the quad that was underneath this, is not right. And because we're using a project from view, because we're using a shrink wrap modifier, it needs to look a little bit better. And so what I'm actually doing is we can see this line here. So this one here is where the actual edge is sitting. Ah, crud. Ah, poopsie hausen. No, I gotta fix that. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Okay. How can we fix that? Okay, let's move it down. GZ. Alright, I've stuffed that up. How can I knife to there? Yep, perfect. Let's just have a look at that. Nice, that has a bend. Delete. Edge loop. Delete edge loop. That now follows that bend better. Itchy eyeball. Sorry, hang on. I'll come back to chat in a sec. Let me just fix this up real quick. That goes there. That goes there. And that one goes there. Nice. Good enough. Oh, it's automatic in Blender. Say, all right. Say hi. Hi. Blender 5.0 is today. No. Oh my goodness. 12 more subscribers. 12 more. Come on. Tell your friends. So I know what I'm doing after this is downloading Blender 5.0 and slowly start converting everything over. Sweet. Wash your hands after you to the bathroom. What? Look at the streaming on Wednesday. That guy's a serious YouTuber. Yeah, no. When I come back, CAD, will we? Because it's not, I know it's not Clark, because Clark doesn't know how to use that. Tell me true. Oops, that's too big. Faces, whoops. What are you building? Spaceship. Markham, only just saw you were streaming. That's fine. Emma, hi. Yes, okay. Are you starting it? All right. Do you want to stream or not? Or are we just going to chill out? These panels are a little bit big. That's fine. So we're just going to come in and chop it up. Yes, sweet. Can you Discord me the link as well? Actually, you do it. No, I can't do it. Actually, technically I could. No. Technically I could. It's just going to be a bit of a weird crossover for a little bit. Let me know. Yeah, that's looking good. These panels need to go smaller. These ones here need a little bit more work. What's going to be the best way? Whoa! Settle down. Subdivide. Up to you. I got OBS in. What? What doth thy talketh abouteth? Show me the talk. Alright, fine. Hang on, now I've got to put headphones on. Go like and subscribe to the channel. Let me just see what Cad's got to say. So this is one of the other chaps from Gaming in the Can. Please don't be a stooge. Don't be a stooge. Don't be a stooge. Because you're on my live stream. Yeah. Maths is off, but anyway. Close. Maju, welcome. I'm working it. Shut up. Your mother's true. Yeah. Sam, yeah, this is Blender. All right, what are we at? 97,088. Come on, let's go. Come on, give me... If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let's get that number up. Push it real good. Yeah. You probably stuffed it royally. It's Clark. What do you expect? Just been to a restaurant and had roast pelican. It was very tasty, but the bill was enormous. Oh gosh, notepad. Control V. Ah. Okay. All right, let's have a look. How's this turned out now? Oof. Oof. I think once our panels go away. Far out, that is looking good. Ah. You idiot. Your mother's true. I went to the Southern Cross Club and I had chicken and hollandaise. Oh man, it was rubbish. Well, I wanted to, because My wife was telling me off for always picking a burger, because burgers are good. But I will come online. Can you send me a link, please, to the stream? See. I did send you my thumbnail. Have you started yet? Fire it! I'm like, dude, come on. Can you be better? You're the type that watches House. I used to watch House back in the day. Yeah. It's funny because our dads did die from cancer. Oh gosh. Oh, Clark, I'm on my stream. Don't be a jerk. Oh, we will. Did you boot him? Oh, I thought you booted him. Hello. I'm still streaming on Markham 3D for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll jump over in a sec. I'm starting to finish up. It is looking delicious. That is looking schmick. Yeah, go have a look. Made a donut and... Oh, hang on. I haven't been looking at the top chat. Ah, crud, sorry. I ordered a Napoleon chicken. When the dish arrived, I was surprised to find... Shut up! You've killed it. I ordered the Napoleon chicken. When the dish arrived, I was surprised to find very little meat on it. And it was mainly carcass. I asked the waiter why, and he said, we only use the Bonaparte. You got... Oh, jeez, shut up. Yeah, he's gone. My goodness, this is the pinnacle of how... John 3:16. No, read the rest of it, buddy. Worldly God of Day. Shut up, Cad, for a sec. Shut. Read the start of it. That by itself is not enough. Read the first. God, face palm, I know. Anyway. Just put it... Oh, gosh, wherever you put it. That's what she said. Okay, hang on. Just doing that bit. And then come over to here. And we'll do... What the? Far out. 3,500 people. Nice. I had 3,500 people come in through the shorts. Yeah. All right. So, okay, can you just be quiet for a sec? So I'm pretty happy with the ship so far. So moving forward for the rest of the week, going to continue doing the paneling. I might do another stream tomorrow and Friday. We'll see. Then we will come in and start putting on these pieces to kind of like break up the flatness. And so you can see how we're starting See, here we can start adding depth. Something else that we need to add to this ship as well is kind of like a lighting, because at the moment there's no lights, there's no sign that there's more to this ship. So if we actually have a look at the Star Destroyers, you will see that, you know, like in this section through here, there are lights. That's where people obviously are observing outwards. Gonna jump over to Gaming in the Can. Stay on the stream. It'll take you over there automatically. If you can, finish liking and subscribe.